Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King. Today, I'm doing the top 10 roller coasters at Six Flags over Texas. Yesterday, I did the same thing with Fiesta Texas, so only makes sense to do the same thing today. Um, One thing I said the other day was like, get me to 50 subscribers. You guys did that. Thank you for that. Um, let's just get right to the video. So, number 10, Runaway Mountain. It's not just your average mine train, so I don't want to say that. It has like two lift hills, I believe. This one doesn't really stick in my memory because it's all like number 10. What park's number 10 coaster besides Cedar Point is gonna stick in your head for a while? But yeah, it was okay. It was a pretty cool ride. Um, cool mine train, cool theming. I liked how it had such a long length where it didn't need the two lift hills. That was definitely really cool. Number 9 is Pandemonium, just a spinning coaster clone. Yesterday in the Fiesta Texas video, I think a clone of this ride at least, was like number 5. So that's pretty crazy to think about. This park has at number 9. I really think that this park is underrated. And that kind of goes to show. But as for the ride, Pandemonium, you guys have been on probably one of these or something like it. Just an average ride. Pretty cool spinning coaster. If you get it imbalanced, definitely a lot more fun. Yeah. The day I went 2 days. The second day was pouring rain, and yeah, so we unbalanced the train. It was absolutely ridiculous. Number 8 is the Joker. Also in picture here. Just like Pandemonium, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been on these rides. I think this ride was like super up there again yesterday in Fiesta Texas, and the fact that it's number 8 is really good. I didn't like this one as much as Great Adventures Joker. I don't know why, or New England's Joker for that matter. Um, Yeah, I just felt like it was a little rougher and didn't really spin as much, but still it's a Joker clone, so it really didn't have that much of a difference. Yeah, decent ride. Can't really complain about it. Number 7 is La Vibora, and before I went on this ride, this was my first bobsled. So I was really, not expecting much. I had no idea what to expect pretty much. I do want to make my way to Great Escape to go on I think it's called Sarajevo bobsleds, whatever it is. Yeah, this ride was a lot of fun. Obviously there's no airtime, but it's really cool dynamic of like being free, um, in like the tube almost. Yeah, you're not obviously going on an exact track, so definitely cool to be free and yeah, a lot of fun. My dad went on this one and he doesn't go on roller coasters, so that was pretty cool. Number 6 is Runaway Mountain. They're indoor coasters, so obviously I before we went to this park, I really didn't know too much about it. I knew obviously pretty much every ride that I'm going to talk about next, in the top 5. But Runaway Mountain, I had no idea about. I saw it, and I was like, "That's pretty cool. It looks like Skull Mountain, a great adventure," and that's exactly what I expected. But it was a lot better than that. It had a great theming. I had a few good pops of airtime in the back, like actually insane pops of airtime. I don't know if you guys have been on Skull Mountain, but it has a one pop of airtime that's absolutely ridiculous. This is the same thing, just because the restraints are so loose. So pretty fun ride. I love the theming. Probably the best themed ride in the park. Number 5 is Batman the Ride. It's a Batman clone. Uh, yeah, I really don't have too much to say about it. It's a pretty good ride. I did like this one a little better than Great Adventures, and Fiesta Texas's for that matter. I don't know why. I think I just get better rides on some of these things, but they're obviously the same ride, so maybe this one is smoother, or maybe I just got a better ride on it. I couldn't really tell you, but it was definitely a fun ride. Yeah, Number 4, Titan. I know this is going to be a little bit of a surprise. Coming to this park, I did expect it to be a lot higher. I expected it to rival some of the best rides in the park, but yeah, it didn't meet those expectations. I didn't get any airtime, not even a little bit. Maybe in the first drop I got a little bit, but still nothing really. Um, the helixes were obviously very intense. I did gray out on both of them usually, but that's not too cool when you're not getting airtime. I like the good mix of that. And this hybrid does not do it for me. This hybrid is the worst hyper I've been on. It doesn't make my top 25. Every other ride in this list does, but yeah, it doesn't make a top 25. So just not one of my favorite rides. No airtime, but obviously it is pretty cool to go on the front row. You're going so fast, even though it's forceless and pretty painful in those helixes. Definitely a decently fun ride in the front row. That's why it is at number 4. One annoying thing is that I don't know if they changed this policy, but when I went, you couldn't ride it twice in a row. So there was never a line, and we wanted to ride it twice in a row, like in the front row, and that couldn't happen. So that was kind of annoying. I don't know if they fixed it. Pretty much unrelated though. Number three is Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. This coaster I didn't have too high expectations for. I thought Titan was gonna be a lot better. Definitely wasn't. Um, Awesome ride though. Definitely a little rough, definitely on the rougher side of things, but still very cool, very enjoyable. The vertical spike is pretty awesome. You get some cool forces applied to you, and of course, the ride is not very long, which definitely hurts it. But I do want to get on the St. Louis version. I heard that one was a little bit better, but still, great ride. I liked the theming on it, and I also liked the station. I like how it was the turn, it like turns. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like you're always loading one car and sending one car. That's awesome. Yeah. Number two is Shockwave, and this is at number two, which is going to be very surprising for a lot of people. When I went to this park, zero expectations for this ride. So that could be why it is so high on this list. But the two vertical loops are awesome. You get some great airtime hills. It's just a great ride. You get really thrown out of your seat, like pretty much like a hypercoaster on this ride on some of those hills towards the end of the ride. The drop is nice. The vertical loops are obviously the star attraction of the ride. I have not been on Over Georgia's Mindbender or I guess Mindbender Riddlers, Mindbenders, whatever it's called now. I have not been on that, so I can't really compare it, but it's still a great ride. Don't get discouraged by how it looks, like the track look, how it looks. So definitely an awesome ride. Definitely recommend it. Number one, no surprise, New Texas Giant. This was my third third RMC after Wicked Cyclone. And oh no, actually it's just my second RMC, just after Wicked Cyclone, and it was honestly underwhelming. Just gonna be honest. I expected Wicked Cyclone, didn't really get it, but still it's an RMC, so it's an awesome ride. I don't know if it's right outside my top 10, I believe, personal top 10, and it still has a great airtime throughout the ride. No inversions as it was the first RMC. The restraints are fine. I didn't have any problem with them. A lot of people do have the problem with them. I don't. I think these are the Gerstlauer trains. But yeah, so definitely a fun ride. I wish it had inversions. It doesn't, and it does get very sluggish towards the end, but still the airtime is awesome. You get some great ejector and filler airtime, good combination of both, and yeah, that's why it is my number one in the park. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the list and other parks for me to touch on in the near future. I'll see you guys next time.